energy. I think given to people or loaned. I think everything is loaned. Nothing is permanent, as you know.
So, do you think you had a gift, or do you, or that enabled you to play the game well once you put in all this practice?
Charlie, you know, this is frequently asked, and I mean, you know, you think that I won the Grand Slam on the regular tour and the Grand Slam on the senior tour. And the Grand Slam on the senior tour is probably more difficult than the Grand Slam on the regular tour because you've got to do it after 50. How can somebody like myself, a small person, say, I did it? I never do that because we all have different beliefs. I believe it was a gift that was loaned to me by the Lord. I believe that. And you know, why should he give it to me? I don't know, but it was a gift because I can't be that good. It's just something that is, I really believe is loaned to you. And it can be taken away just as quickly as we've seen it throughout history. Superstars, many of them, champions that couldn't play tomorrow for a while.
So what happens to them when that happens?
I don't know.
How can a guy win the British Open then, you know,
yeah, well, I mean,
never again really win a major tournament?
Yeah, people have won several majors and took 10 years to come back and things like that.
So what happens to the game?
You know, Charlie, we don't know. You know, I'm in the racehorse business and the golf business, and I've studied genetics and I've studied golf for, you know, I've been a pro now for 58 years, and I know a hang of a lot about nothing.
That'll get you a long way. Did you pattern your game once you began to play after anybody that was playing the game?
Ben Hogan.
Really?
I thought Ben Hogan was the best golfer I've ever seen in my life. The best striker of a golf ball. He never played on decent greens.
Better than Snead as a striker?
Over the years, far more control than Snead. Far more, yes. He hit fairways all the time. Snead never won the US Open. It was Hogan. That was in his prime. When he got in the US Open, he was the king. He never missed fairways.
Yeah, but I always thought that Snead had the sweetest swing, people said.
Most natural golfer probably that ever lived. But Ben Hogan, I think, is the best striker of a golf ball. He didn't have jets. He didn't have $1 million prize money. Yeah. I mean, he won $750,000 in his life and his career. And he went to war for 5 years, and he had an accident for 2 years. What would have happened if he never had that? How many majors would he have won? It's like Rod Laver in tennis. Won 2 Grand Slam events and wasn't allowed to play for 5 years because he was a pro.
Right. So he would have had the all-time record. I mean,
probably. I really believe Rod Laver would have.
Yeah, I mean, McEnroe, those guys still think Rod Laver is the best.
Well, when you think he wasn't allowed to play in his prime for 20 majors, makes you think.
So after you admired Hogan, when you look today, who has Hogan's swing?
Rory McIlroy, Jason Day has magnificent. There are a lot of them. I mean, you take this young Schwartzel from South Africa who just won the Masters. Louis Oosthuizen won the British Open. There are a host of them. And anyone can come through. There again, you don't know who's going to do it. Ricky Fowler, you don't know who's going to do it.
What is it that we don't know about winning a Grand Slam? A lot of men and women on our side with enormous talent don't get it. They have enormous talent. Probably people as talented as you have never won a Grand Slam.
I played with people that were better than me, okay? And
so why did you win and they didn't?
I think it's because of a passion, of a desire of never giving up, and but I think the key word, to accept adversity. I think that's the big thing.
You, in fact, said that you knew, as hard as you wanted to win and as hard as you tried to win, if you didn't win, you never thought it was the end of the world.
No, that's right. And I believed I was going to win every time. I think that's the big thing.
Even with Nicklaus and Palmer, you thought you were going to win every time?
I really believed that. I really believed that.
When you teed it up on the first tee, I'm going to win this tournament.
I played Nicklaus in the World Match Play Championship over 36 holes in the final and beat him 6-4 and then 5-4 the next year, head to head, 36 holes, because I believed I was going to do it. Nobody else did, but I believed I was going to do it.
And if you believe and you visualize it, it can happen.
Exactly.
Now, he would hit the ball how much further than you off the tee?
Oh, 45 yards.
Is that right?
Yes, but I could play very badly. But we had great love for each other. And, you know, when I think of what Arnold did for the game, it's unbelievable. And so for Jack. So he had charisma, and we had time for people. You know, it wasn't this commercial big money business. It was a different life. You'd stay at people's homes at a tournament. You know, I don't think anybody, very seldom is that done today. So really, you know, Arnold has been a great
Did you say, in fact, that this has been attributed to someone, and maybe you, that all of us ought to give 25% of our earnings to Arnie because he changed the game in terms of its potential endorsement ability?
Well, he did, because the game was probably on the wane to a certain degree, and here comes this charismatic man, and he goes to Britain, and he had this he had it. How do you explain it? You know.
But you also changed the game in giving it an international dimension.
I hope so, because I travelled more miles than any athlete, for sure. Maybe more miles than any human being, I don't know. But I travelled all around the world and went into little towns and played for $25 a game, because we loved the game and we gave people pleasure. So it was a different time. I mean, there was none of this massive sums of money. We didn't play for much money. But that wasn't the criteria. We wanted to win, and we had great camaraderie with people. You look at Arnold when he was signing autographs, he'd stand there till everybody was gone, and so we had to do that as well.
Fitness for you was everything. Tell the story of your brother who's going off to World War II, and he says to his younger brother what?
Well, he's standing there. He's 17 years of age, going to World War II to fight alongside the Americans and the British and the Australians and the Allies at that time. And he said to me, "You want to be a professional sportsman?" And he bought me a set of weights. He said, "Promise me you'll exercise till the day you die." And I'm 76 now, and I've exercised. I've adhered to his promise, and it's the greatest thing he ever did. Greatest gift. He came back. He became one of the world's leading conservationists.
Right.
Saved the rhino from becoming extinct, and got his doctorate. And thank goodness I did, because of my stature. When I think of the fitness, how it helped me traveling all these miles, traveling with time changes is not easy, as you know.